crane who knew everything. Below the mountain, there was a big, beautiful lake where many cranes were living. Among the cranes, the mother crane was best known as she was old and wise too. There were many other animals living near the mountain. The mother crane was always helpful to them. In the forest, a wolf lived who never took any help from Mother Crane. One day, the wolf saw a bear cub who had caught a small fish from him and swallowed it. The wolf generally do not eat fish. Now, a strong fish bone stuck firmly in the throat of the wolf. The wolf cried loudly in pain. He scratched with his paw at his throat, but that did not give him any relief. After some time, he became very hungry. But he was unable to eat anything and went howling with pain. A squirrel asked him, "What is the trouble?" The wolf replied,
"A fish bone has stuck in my throat."
The squirrel suggested to him, "You better consult Mother Crane." The wolf agreed at once. He talked to Mother Crane. The Mother Crane said,
"Oh well, Mr. Wolf, what can I do for you?"
The wolf replied,
"Mother Crane, a fish bone has stuck in my throat. If you can remove it out of my throat, I will reward you handsomely."
Then Mother Crane said,
"Okay, open your mouth and bend your head."
She put her beak into the wolf's mouth and brought the bone out of his throat. The wolf said,
"Ah, what a relief! Now I shall be able to eat again."
The Mother Crane then asked for her reward.
"Reward? Had I eaten up your head?"
The Mother Crane understood the ungrateful nature of the wolf as the wolf left his benefactor.
Once upon a time, there lived an old Brahmin who was well versed. He had 3 sons. None of them were educated. They wasted their childhood in eating, playing, and roaming. On seeing them, the Brahmin was very much worried. One day, the old Brahmin called his sons and said, "My dear sons, you have wasted all your childhood without any education. If you still continue like this, then in future you may face troubles. At least now, search a guru and try to gain knowledge and lead a fruitful life." The 3 sons obeyed their father's words and started their search for Guru. Luckily, very soon they got a good Guru. He taught them all the knowledge he knows. He also told them that they should not use their knowledge to test or pride. He warned them and taught them few more mystical words. Now, the 3 Brahmins were well educated. One day, the 3 Brahmins wanted to go to their native place to see their father. As they were well educated, well versed, and gained all the knowledge and are ready to face the world, they thought that their father would feel proud on seeing them. While going to their home, on the way, they had to pass by a big forest. In the forest, they saw a hunter who just killed a lion and placed the skin in one bag and the bones in another bag. The 3 Brahmins stopped the hunter and bought the 2 bags from him. Later, one of the Brahmin, using all his charm, arranged the bones in the form of a lion. Then the second Brahmin, using all his charm, arranged the flesh on the bones. It was looking as if the lion was sleeping. The third Brahmin, using the mystical words, gave life to it. The lion woke up by roaring ferociously and killed all the 3 of them. Betala asked the king Vikramarka, "Dear king, did you see how the 3 Brahmins lost their lives even after they are educated? Can you tell who is the most foolish among the 3? Vikramarka said, "The 3 Brahmins who used their charm without thinking about the result are foolish. There is no doubt in it. Arranging the bones and putting the skin over it is also foolishness. But the one who put life into it is the biggest fool." On hearing the answer, Betala started laughing. "Dear king, you are able to tell all the answers very easily to every problem. Due to this, your silence is broken. And now I am going back." Vikramarka again turned back and started walking towards the tree for Betala.
The golden eggs.
Long, long ago, in a village called Raipur, there lived a farmer. He had a small poultry farm. One morning, working in the poultry farm, he found a beautiful shining thing lying on the ground. He picked it up and exclaimed, "It is a golden egg." He carefully carried the golden egg into his house. He showed it to his wife. At first, she was surprised and then cried happily, "We are rich. We have a hen that lays golden eggs. We will never have to work." Next day, the farmer entered the poultry. He was very curious. He found another same type of egg lying on the ground. That gave him great relief. One day, The farmer's wife told him, "Why only one egg in a day? How nice if the hen lays 2 eggs. I think there is a kilo of gold inside the hen, but she lays only 1 egg a day. If we kill her, we will get all the gold inside her and become rich at once." So they killed the hen that laid golden eggs, but they did not find any gold or golden eggs inside her. So out of greed, the farmer and his wife lost all the fortune which they had got. The grapes are sour. Long, long ago, in a dense forest, there lived a clever and cunning fox. He could hide himself and knew every tree and bush in the forest. One day, when the fox went to raid the farmer's poultry, a sparrow flew close behind. He came across a bunch of ripe, juicy grapes lying on the ground. The fox had never tasted grapes before, so he ate the bunch and discovered that they were delicious and cool. The fox loudly said, "How lucky I am! Had I not come here, I would have never tasted the grapes and remained deprived of its taste." The sparrow was pecking at the grapes a bit away. She said to the fox, "I can take you to the place where grapes are grown. You can take as much as you like." The fox thanked the sparrow politely. He did not know that the bird was taking him to a place where the grapes grew too high for him to reach. The fox jumped several times. He failed every time to reach the grapes. The sparrow whispered, "Oh, what a pity. They are so high." At this, the fox nodded his head. Then the fox said, "How lucky I am. The grapes are sour. Otherwise, I would have swallowed the sour grapes which are not fit for the foxes." The sparrow thought, "Perhaps I would be more contented if I leave the things which are not my concern." And from then onwards, the sparrow became the fast friend of the fox, and both of them lived happily. Trial of strength. Long, long ago, the sun and the wind came to have a heated argument. Either of them claimed to be stronger than the other. The wind roared in a hissing sound, "I am far stronger than you." But the sun retorted, "Mention not, you cannot equal me in strength." "How after all? Let me know," said the wind. The hot words were going on when a traveler happened to pass by them. He had wrapped a shawl round his body. Both the sun and the wind looked at the traveler. "Whosoever is able to make the traveler take his shawl off his body shall be the winner," said the sun. The wind agreed to the condition, and she chose to try her strength first. At first, she blew gently, hoping that the traveler will move the shawl off his body, but it did not happen. So the wind flew into a rage and began to blow with her full force. Seeing it, the traveler wrapped his shawl even more tightly around himself. All of a sudden, an idea struck the sun. His eyes sparkled with the hope of getting a solution for this dispute. "We can decide between ourselves which of us is stronger," remarked the sun. Now it was the turn of the sun. The sun began to shine gently at first. The traveler felt relieved and loosened the shawl a bit. But then the sun went on growing hotter and hotter. The traveler felt hot and took his shawl off his body. So the sun emerged as the winner, and the wind had to accept her defeat.
The frogs and the milk. There were two jolly good frogs playing around a milk-filled churn. They slipped and fell into it. Both of them tried to jump out without success. The liquid milk gave no support to their feet. One of the frogs gave up hope. He said he swam no more, was drowned and died. His companion frog, however, decided to face the situation. The exercise stirred the milk. After a while, thick cream covered the milk. It provided the determined frog a solid base. To jump out of the churn was now easy enough. The frog came out alive and confident. Therefore, fortune favors the brave.
Once upon a time, there was a dense forest. In the forest, there was a big peepal tree. There were many pigeon families living over it from a very long time. Every evening, they used to gather and spend their evenings very happily. They were very friendly and affectionate with each other. One day, a hunter passed by the forest. And unfortunately, he came under the peepal tree, where he found the pigeon families. He then thought that if he could catch all of them and sell them in the market, then he would get a good amount. Thinking like that, he spread a net under the tree. As usual, all the pigeons met in the evening. They all thought of cleaning under the tree and its surroundings, which was looking untidy. Poor pigeons, who did not know about the plan of the hunter, came down and started cleaning and got stuck in the net. But the clever pigeons thought that if they all fly together, then they would come out of that problem. Immediately, they all flew at once and the net came along them. The hunter, who was coming towards the tree, saw the pigeons flying with the net and started running behind them. The pigeons flew very high and went very long into the deep forest. After some time, they reached a place and all of them came out of the net. The hunter was very much disappointed and thought that if all these pigeons stay friendly and united, then I can never catch them. And if I make friendship with one of the pigeons, then it will be easy for me to catch the rest of them. From that day onwards, the hunter used to put food to the pigeons. One of the pigeons, who was observing this, used to eat it daily. Slowly, the hunter made friendship with the pigeon. One day, while the pigeon came for food, the hunter told that tomorrow he will provide the food for all the pigeons. The pigeon flew back to its tree and informed all the rest of the pigeons about the food. Next day, the hunter provided the food with a net over it. The pigeons, who did not know about it, came down to have food. They started fighting among themselves for food and got stuck in the net. By the time the hunter reached the place and caught all the pigeons and sold them in the market, and went home happily.
The thirsty crow. The thirsty crow flew all over the land for a little water. Prolonged drought had sucked waters from ponds, lakes, rivers, and reservoirs. The crow did not find a drop to drink. Then he noticed a jug of water. He flew down on it to quench his thirst. But there was only a little water at the bottom of the jug. His beak was too short to reach the level of water into the jug, but he did not give up hope. He picked stones from the ground and dropped them into the jug. As the stones gathered at the bottom of the jug, the water level rose till it was accessible to the crow. He drank to his heart's content. Therefore, nothing ever is achieved by sheer luck. The three fish. The blue water lake was the home of three fish. They belonged to three varieties. Their nature and way of thinking too was different. Yet they were good friends. One of them was a believer in fate. What is fated cannot be blotted, he would repeat. It is no use working hard. The other one was wise and prudent. Do everything after careful thought, he would say, warning against hasty action. The third one was sharp and intelligent. Use your brain and find the right solution was his dictum. One day, the wise and prudent fish saw two fishermen on the bank.
We will fish in this lake tomorrow for a big catch,
said one of them. His companion nodded in agreement. Let's leave the lake through the canal, he suggested. The fish, believing in fate, countered the suggestion. You will be caught if it is your fate. Why risk going through the canal? The sharp and intelligent fish argued. Let them come and cast the net. We will find an instant solution. The wise one left through the canal immediately. The next day, the fishermen cast the net and caught both the remaining fish. Pretending to be dead, the intelligent fish floated on the water.
A dead fish.
Said the fisherman, and threw him back into the lake. One with a fatal belief in fate was left in the net and was carried away for cooking.
Tit for tat. There was a beautiful pond which gave fresh air and pure water to nearby villages. Many birds and animals used to enjoy in that pond. There was a big crane which used to drink water, eat fish, bathe and enjoy in that pond. Crane's name was Amu. He had a friend called Dumbu, a rabbit. Dumbu is very proud of herself. One fine day, when Amu, the crane, is enjoying himself in the pond, Dumbu approached him. Wow, what Dumbu? Looking very smart and active today.
Today is my birthday and you should definitely come to treat. And you should eat whatever is served.
Oh sure, my friend. Dumbu prepared rice soup in her house.
Welcome, hearty welcome my friend.
Dumbu gave rice soup to Crane. She also had it in another bowl. But the crane's nose is very long and he could not take it properly. Meanwhile, Dumbu was eating it quickly.
What's wrong with you? Come on.
Today, I had a little problem, my friend. I will meet you another day. Amu left that place.
Poor Amu.
What a stupid thing did this Dumbu do? I should teach him a lesson. After a few days, Dumbu was passing by the pond. Hello Dumbu, it's long time I've seen you. What are you doing?
You're looking worried. What's your problem?
Yeah, my dear friend, today I got many fish from pond. I couldn't eat all of them and looking for a company.
Oh, I will definitely join you.
Come on then. Amu kept all fish in a mud pot which had a thin, small opening and gave to Dumbu. While Amu was picking and eating all fish, Dumbu found it difficult to eat them. Come on Dumbu, eat all of them. Still there are many more.
The opening is very small. I can't have them from it. Please arrange any other source.
What happened? When I could eat rice soup from a little bowl, why can't you eat?
I'm sorry. I will never repeat it.
It's okay. Dumbu realized her mistake. Dumbu left the place. Therefore, never insult others. If you try to do so, you yourself will be insulted.
As usual, the four friends reached the lake. The deer got stuck in the